All right, everybody. Sports in the Bay live with Felicia and Eddrick. Felicia, how are you?
Good. How are
You ready to
you?
get into this conversation? I'm good. I'm good.
We got a lot to talk
We
about.
got
Ready?
a lot to talk about. Pack Jam, as they say, Pack Jam show. All right, here we go. Sports in the Bay, Felicia and Eddrick. Let's go. Good to be back. Good to be back. Whew.
Great to be
Was it
back.
a crazy sports week or what?
Jam packed. Like it's like something else. Something else. Something
Something
else.
else. We was putting our list together, everything we want to try to cover. So
I tell
let's
you.
see if we can get to everything. But I think let's start out with obviously we'll get to the Niners, but the Warriors. You were there last night. Big win over the Knicks. Everybody's on Kaminga watch with the trade.
Yeah.
What was the feeling like last night in the building? And were the writers, were people talking about Kaminga? What was the scuttlebutt last night?
Well, you know that of course it wasn't as bad as I not bad, but it wasn't what I expected. I thought it was gonna be a lot more of that. Of course, the beat writers started off with the questions, and Steve Kerr said, some of the it was none of our business what he may have discussed with Kaminga.
Right.
Yesterday made was the first day of eligibility for trades until so they have until February 5th to do something with them. But Jimmy Butler is very vocal about speaking for his teammates and saying that they support him and that wherever he goes, they're right behind him. They love him, and he always comes in with a smile on his face despite the situation. And but he's been MIA. A source told me that they hadn't seen him in the locker room for like 4 games, and
Oh
then he
wow.
he came to Chase very early yesterday to shoot around, and then he was gone.
Hmm.
Yeah. Doesn't, I
Yeah.
guess, want to be a distraction with the fans, but I wish he was there. I wish the fans were more vocal about wanting him. They'll scream for somebody else, chant for someone else to come off the bench. But I was kind of hoping they would do that for him.
Yeah, I saw a clip they showed a couple. I don't know which game it was. They were wearing the tannish kind of uniforms, and when they brought him in, the fans
Oh,
cheered. The
oh, the
fans,
town.
the town uniforms, that one. So
Hmm.
it's interesting because I think the fans are in his corner, which
They
is a very
are.
interesting situation. Usually in these situations, the fans turn on the player, or the player says something out of pocket or something like that. But in
Right.
this case, I've never seen a situation where a young man has been in this doghouse, so to speak,
Yes.
but he still gets love. He still
Well,
gets
he's
love
been
from the
quiet.
fan.
He's been quiet. I mean, the only thing that we'd heard of was that he said, well, the headline was yesterday that he demands a trade.
Right,
So that's the only thing that we've heard of him.
right. And even that was mild. I mean, that was the biggest that's not a surprise of the season. Nobody, of course he expects a trade. I mean, he demands a
Right.
trade.
Come
You
on,
don't
you
play
got
me
him
for
on the
12
bench.
games or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you, it's ever since Clay got traded, it's just. I tell you, you know what I said? I wasn't very happy when they made Dunleavy the GM.
Right.
Just
Right.
like he
Right.
was going to do some things so he
Right.
can make things look like it's something he created. And
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
Bob Myers would never handle things this way.
Nah, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Um, but on the flip side, 10-4 the last 14 games, 3 or 4 games above 500 now, beating a team like the Knicks, handily. They started slow, and I think they're gonna have to fix that. They got out to they were getting boat raced at first,
Right.
and then they now blasphemy. Warriors fans, plug your ears. I'm gonna say this. At times, when Steph and Draymond come off the floor, they play better. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
The
I've been
bench,
noticing
they
that. The
start out
bench.
in a hole. Steph subs out. Nothing against. I'm just. It's an observation from a brother talking in the cloud. Bench comes in, they rally, they get him back in the ball game, and then Steph does his thing. And I've kind of seen that this year,
Yeah.
which is a little disturbing. Um,
Yeah.
but as a Warriors fan, I'm glad that at least the bench is doing what they do. Um, I see our guest there. Hello, folks. I see you there. We're gonna get you guys in just a second. But Felicia, I want to play your report from last night, if that's okay, because you reported on the game. And let me get to that. And I will share that. Okay, you ready?
Ready?
This is your report from last night.
The Warriors rolled over the Jalen Brunson-less New York Knicks 126-113. Jimmy Butler III finished with 32 points. Steph Curry pitched in with 27, and Moses Moody had 21 points. Brandon Podzinski came in off the bench, scoring 19 points. Steph Curry said after the game that he is pleased with the way his team is playing at the halfway point of this season.
Yeah, we're playing well. Yeah, we're doing what we're supposed to do to develop an identity. We're trying to create a little bit of a run, especially in this homestand. I like where we're at. I like the vibes. I like the idea of how we're playing. And we've had a couple, probably 3 tough losses over the last couple of weeks, but the resiliency, we're showing it. And if we can keep doing that and try to get to the All-Star break with more of the same, we should be in good shape.
Jimmy is he was incredible tonight. I mean, he's so good. He's so dominant in a very subtle way. He just controls the game. He never turns it over. Creates shots for other people. And now we have a really really good second unit around Jimmy. So it's fun to watch.
And on the first day of trade eligibility, fifth-year player Jonathan Kuminga wasted no time demanding a trade. Here's what Steve Kerr had to say.
Difficult situation for everybody, and part of this league, part of the job.
It's not a distraction at all. It's a very unique situation, but our job is to just keep playing, keep winning. It'll resolve itself one way or the other.
I will keep coaching him, and he's he'll be part of the team, and he'll be here, and it is what it is. So.
And this Saturday, the Warriors will be hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Tip-off is 5:30. And as always, thank you for following me on my social media outlets, including TikTok. Here at Chase Center in San Francisco, this is Felicia Purcell for Sports in the Bay.
Well done. Nice.
Thanks. Oh, I can't stand to myself.
That's Leo in you. That's Leo in you. One issue I'm going to take, and then we're going to get to our guest.
Okay.
When Steve Kerr said, I'm going to keep coaching him. No, you're not. No, you're not. Come on, man. That was some bull. That was some straight, because you haven't been coaching him, obviously. So I'm a Warriors fan. I love the Warriors, but Steve, come on, man. That was
a little bit of politician.
That wasn't a good
being
look.
A politician in that case.
Keep coaching him. You haven't been coaching him. That's part of the issue.
That's the issue. Exactly.
So anyway, soapbox be damned. But yeah,
right.
Nice, excellent report. Shout out to Dave, right, cameraman?
Shout out to Dave Gona.
Shout out to Dave. What's up, Dave? We got to get Dave back on here too.
Yes, we do. But
absolutely.
it's just unfortunate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have 2 folks we're going to bring on, Shamika and Lisa. So let me bring them on. And Shamika, you are muted. Lisa, hello.
What's good?
Nice to meet you officially, finally.
Same. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Shamika, can you take your mute off?
Shamika, if you can hear us.
She might have stepped away.
All right. I'm going to take her off right now until she gets her mute situation. So, Lisa, what is up? Can you hear us, Lisa? Testing 1, 2. Lisa.
Can you hear us, Lisa?
Yeah.
I hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's there. We go. There we go.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
From Sacramento.
Greetings.
Thanks.
Lisa is a professor of African American Studies for several colleges, and she's also a writer. So we wanted to get her feedback. She's also a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but we also want to get
Oh, is that right? Oh, you Eagles fan? Oh, sorry.
Go.
How did this get in my
Florida
hand?
Niner fans saying,
Oh,
"Cry,
I'm sorry.
Eagles,
I'm sorry.
cry."
I don't know how that got in my hand. Let me put
Bye,
that down.
Eagles, bye.
I didn't mean to trigger you.
Road to victory.
Tough
And then
game.
we
I'm
had,
not a fanatic or anything. I'm like, a matter of fact, it was like they lost. Hey, it was a good run. Now I can sew. So it's okay.
that's right. That's right. And so then we have Shamika out of Jacksonville, Florida, Duval.
Shamika, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Season ticket holder with her husband D. Diehard Jayville fans.
Yes, 26-year season ticket holders. Here, D and I for the Jaguars.
Who beat us this year? You guys beat us here earlier this season. Shout out to the Jags.
Yes, it was an amazing season.
It really was.
I think this year we played harder than out of the 26. We were A1 Day One fans, of course, but we've been out there with them for the past 26 seasons. And I think we are headed into a great era. And Lynn Jones could have not said it best. She spoke for the city. So,
yeah, talk about that. And we're not there, so give us the pulse of the city as far as the support for her, because there's been a lot of backlash from beat writers and members of the media talking about what she did when she basically congratulated and consoled the head coach, Liam Cohen.
So yes, I'm sure everyone watched the game. We were there. It was a bittersweet season, and I think this year with bringing Liam in, he's had the city fired up all season. He did an amazing job, and right before the game started, we had already made up our minds that, win, lose, or draw, we were happy, and we finally have a coach, that we can stand behind, and things like that. Coming from a 4-12 season last year with pretty much 95% of the same team, and to turn that team around to 12-4 was phenomenal. We as a city could not have asked for a better coaching. Trevor he played in his prime. We saw a big change. And so we just wanted him to know, like after the game, hey, we're proud of you. You came in and you turned this team. You gave us a 360. And so when Lynn got up there and said what she said, it was very heartfelt. It was amazing. She said what every person in Duval wanted him to know. We're proud of you.
Yeah, it's why do you think people reacted the way they did, about what she said?
Well, we're just a small market team. And so a lot of people think that, first year head coach, she's telling him to keep his head up and things like that. You know, we're not, it's obvious we're not one of the top 5 likable teams in the NFL. And here in Duval, you have to earn that respect. So I just think anything that would have came out of any of their mouths positive just would have, wouldn't have been the right thing
Hmm.
per se.
Now, Lisa, as a member of the media and a journalist yourself, do you take issue with anything that Lynn Jones said? And this is Lynn Jones of the Jacksonville Free Press, who has interviewed people from Barack Obama to Tiger Woods. She's respected in the Jacksonville area. It is a black-owned newspaper, and
It is.
when I heard her talk, it was like I've said that to so many players in my mind before. I know I couldn't come out and say it, but I've consoled players in my head many a time. So what's your take on that, Lisa?
So for me, I think, and again, thank you for having me. I think that what Lynn Jones did was just being just a comfort. She was being a comfort to someone that she felt comfortable with. She felt comfortable in the locker room. She felt comfortable in post game, pre game. So I feel that she believed she had the agency to do that. And me personally, I don't think was anything wrong with it. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. I think that people made it uh, a little way too made too much out of it, and to hear someone say something about a black newspaper saying it was a fake newspaper and
Yeah,
it's a fake
Hmm.
reporter, to hear that is very insulting. And Lynn Jones has put in the work. She's been in the mud. She's done the work. So I don't see why she doesn't have that permission to say what she said. And shout out to her, because it looked like years of trauma and sadness were taken away from off of Liam Cohen's face the minute she said that.
yeah.
So it was a auditory hug, but it was also a physical hug around him in a time where I really felt he needed it.
It was a black auntie hug.
Hmm.
That's what
Hmm.
that's what it was. And I have to admit, there are many players that I want to say that to. And there are players that I have seen off the court, sometimes in their uniform, and I've told them to keep their heads up. And players that were in plain clothes, I told them to keep their heads up. I've prayed with and over players before when no one knew.
Hmm. Hmm.
It is something within us as women and as women of color that is just in us to nurture people. And as speaking from a member of the media, yeah, the beat writers, they treat you different. I know I'm treated differently, even though I have great relationships with people in AP and things of that nature. There are other people that are in other forms that don't really say anything to me because they're like, oh, she's just a blogger. And I know if I was with a bigger outlet, that that they would cater to me more, and that's too bad. And I think that's why they're attacking her, because they're thinking, oh, you're just from this black owned paper and you're in here. It's like when we say no cheering in the press box, like media is not supposed to cheer. I get that, but Chad Ochocinco said that it was refreshing to hear her say that, and he's a former player. And Shannon said he'd never heard anything. Shannon Sharp said he'd never heard anything like that before,
Well, if
ever.
you take in consideration what Chad Johnson said, about him saying that was refreshing, I'm sure there were many times in his career where he probably needed to hear that, whether it was him dancing in the end zone, or him when he was changing his name from Chad Johnson to Chad Ochocinco and having his jersey name change. So a lot of times, they can really, I think Chad Johnson needed it, and when he heard that, it was some kind of association. So I mean, like again, nothing wrong with it, and the way media is changing now, those comments, those derogatory comments, are, I think, aligned with a 1980s perspective of being in the locker room or post game interviews. It's ridiculous. It's outdated. Media has changed so
It
much.
is.
Outlets have changed so much. So they have to. Those people who have that backwards thinking have to get with the times.
I mean, in the past, you had beat writers. I mean, rest in peace, Bergie. He would tell me stories about hanging out with Al Davis or hanging out with A's players and having a drink after the game or a cigarette. And they hung out. They hung out with the media back in the day. And then it changed, it shifted. And I think a shift is happening again. We got
Everything
social.
happens in cycles.
Yeah.
Everything happens in cycles. So those people that don't understand the change, oh well, I guess you're going to be sitting in 1990 or 1980, because media, like I mentioned, media has changed a lot. Different media outlets and different ways of presenting the news. And also shout out to you for being an OG real one, Felicia, because I remember the vision. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of the hardest things was not cheering in the press box. I had the opportunity, Felicia, being as gracious as she is. I got to sit in the press box in a few games, Warriors and also the Raiders, and they were playing the Niners, I believe, and it was hard not to cheer. It was I didn't get it. I was like, okay, I didn't. I was respectful, but man, and that's to your point. That's that detachment. I think that's kind of unnatural because
Detachment.
sports is such an emotional game. It's a literal feeling game, and for a writer to try to have to not be a part of that, to me is kind of an unnatural detachment. So that's just the way I see it.
I
And then
remember
back
once. Oh, go
mhm,
ahead, Fee. Go ahead.
back to like what Shamika said about being a 26-year season ticket holder in a small market. They're like family, and it's the South, so you've got the Southern hospitality, and then you have Lynn Jones, who is embedded in that community, and she felt they love their stars and their teams in the South and in the smaller markets. It's what they get for during the football season. So she just spoke from the heart and
Yeah.
for the community.
Hmm. Shamika, if she just came back and looks like we lost Lisa. Hopefully Lisa will jump back on. But Shamika, I want to ask a question about Jacksonville and how was it not having Travis Hunter?
Whew. Whew. Well, when I was sitting at the my television when we first drafted him, and when we traded up, I could hear the commentators saying, "Oh, Jacksonville is doing something big," and I felt it. And I was like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, they're going elite."
Hmm.
And when we picked him, I knew we were going to pick him like maybe 1 minute before they picked him. I said they're going for the mojo. And when we got him here, I've had the honor of watching him in several practices and different things like that. I really felt like he was going to make a difference, and he did. He's the first hybrid to step into the NFL. In these days. But when he went down, I he's all he's been a great person here for the Jaguars, but I thought that our team would really go down, but we stood strong. You know, we have depth, and the way coach just rotated the team, and I just felt like, yeah, he makes a big difference here. But what our coach let us know is, the show, had to go on. So he is a big factor here. But as you can see, um, we did great and showed our support to him, and held the held the field down. So
Can't imagine if he was healthy
I know.
what
Yeah.
the team would look like. I mean, you guys got that far without him. Whew.
Yeah. And it seems like he's just a solid young man in the community. I mean, I don't, obviously I'm not there, but he strikes me because he's very intelligent. And I think that's one thing that was missed in his college career. I mean, he was like 4.0. I mean, scholar athlete. So he's a very impressive young man. And he just seems to me like he's that type of person you want to have in the community and part of your organization, who could do it on the field and off the field.
He definitely does. He's positive around the community. They do a lot of things. They go into some of the younger camps and schools and different things like that. And he's amazing. He's very fun and energetic to be around. I saw his growth and development almost immediately when he came here. And we were very excited for him. And we were very happy to have him. So we're looking forward to, getting him back on the field next year.
He meant business when he shaved off his locks.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we want to thank you guys for coming on. Lisa, I know you're gonna be sticking around because I got a special song tonight. You're gonna want to stick around for that.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to stick around. Yeah, we gotta. Felicia's been telling we need it offline. We need to talk music because I have a passion for music, and I know
I'm
you
glad
do
we
too.
really didn't talk about the Eagles too much, so that's cool.
It's all good. It's all good because we I don't know how we're doing it, but we're doing it, and we'll take it. We playing with house money right now because nobody expected us to be here. So,
And I wanted to say something before you let us go. Shamika, real quick, can you talk about the impact Eric Armstead has made, the former 49er, now Jacksonville Jaguar?
oh, that hurt.
Oh, wow. We love
Ouch.
We love Armstead. He has a big contract here. So we may not keep him. That's what's squeaking on the streets. But he has made a very big impact in our Jaguars team. And it's all positive. We just hope and pray that maybe his he could be, his contract could be renegotiated. But yeah, he's a lot of energy out here with us. And we're, like I say, very excited to have him.
He does a lot of community work here in Sacramento. He has a literacy program. He goes to the schools and speaks, and he gives away books, and he's just an amazing young man. So I thought about Jaguars. Like, let me ask Shamika about Eric Armstead. So that's right, Sacramento's own. That's right, the 916 Pleasant Grove High School.
What's up, Bo? Shout out to Bo, comedian Bo Wembley, comedian, stand-up comic, doing stand-up in Sacramento. So go see him when he's up there.
Okay, what's up, Bo?
Yeah, we miss Eric Armstead. So solid dude.
He's
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the Eddrick Show. Hopefully you come back again. Let's talk sports. I'm sorry, Eddrick Show. See, I'm doing my other podcast. I'm flipping the script. I do the Eddrick Show podcast. You can catch it on YouTube, whatever. So I'm in mode. I'm in podcast mode.
There needs to be like a theme song, like the Eddrick Show.
Yeah,
the Eddrick
I have a
Show.
theme. I do have a theme song. But thanks for coming on Sports in the Bay with Felicia and Eddrick. And,
thank you, Shamika. Thank
you for having me.
Thank you. Spread the word. Tell your friends that we're here, and we enjoy doing this, and we think we bring a different perspective. So
thank you for having me. See ya.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good
Excellent. Good
stuff.
stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I know we have a whole list of things. I do want to talk Niners too, so maybe we can talk about them. There's probably not a whole lot to say. Just
Yeah.
go win the game,
Yeah.
The big news, obviously, the Niners flirted with teasing everybody with Fred Warner. I think that was just kind of a ruse, which was kind of cool. But he's not
Yeah.
going to play.
Yeah.
He's not going to play. But Sam Darnold is questionable now for the
What
game.
is the injury? Is it
An oblique,
Oblique,
which is terrible for a quarterback. So now as Niner fans, we have no sympathy for injuries. So
it's a part of the game.
It's part of the game. We are numb to that. So there was one thing I did want to highlight though about the game, about the Niners game, because this is a stat that blew me away.
Okay.
So San Francisco can become the first team to advance to 20 championship games if they beat Seattle. No team has ever been in 20 championship games.
Ooh.
That's a long time of excellence.
That is a long time of
that's
excellence.
now granted, well, you think about it, 20 championship games if they make it, and 5 Super Bowl wins. 20 championship games and 8 Super Bowls, that's not bad. We'll
Not
take
bad
that.
at all.
We'll take that. So but yeah, it's going to be a good series. They know each other. I saw the press conference with Shanahan, and he was saying we know each other. So there's no surprises. It's just strap it on. Let's go. Yeah. So
they had big turnout. I mean, the faithful that lives in Seattle. I saw a video, and they just lined the whole street welcoming them. I guess their bus came through the town, and they were that red and maroon was deep.
absolutely. Absolutely. Also in the NFL, the big story, Mike Tomlin stepped down as coach of the Steelers.
Future Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer. I posted about that too, about all of the coaches who he has more wins than.
You did.
And it's just a phenomenal story. They crazy stat. Steelers have had 3 coaches since 1969.
Yeah, he's like the 4th coach, correct?
Third. Since 69, they've had Chuck Noll.
That's crazy.
They had Bill Cowher.
Bill Cowher.
They had Mike Tomlin.
That's bananas.
So
19 years of excellence, never losing season.
Nope. They
Step
said
away on his terms.
I saw a report that Brian Flores interviewed for that job. If that's true, he's been getting some interview.
Well, he was an assistant years ago.
Yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers is done. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. Hall of Fame career, but I think it's time. And
it's time.
But yeah, shout out to Mike Tomlin. Did it with class. No scandals. No
scandals.
People.
Seasons.
Right. So at least, let me say it like this: nobody's perfect, but at least he did it with integrity in terms of at least the public persona that we saw. There was no hint of any impropriety or anything like that.
Right.
So, shout out to the Rooneys. They put their faith in that young man. 16,
and the Raiders have been through every coach imaginable.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And 3 coaches. That is amazing.
They're paying guys to go away.
They're paying guys to go away.
Paying cats to go away. Just all that money. So there was a rumor that people thinking Mike Tomlin might go to the Raiders. I don't know if he would. Although they got deep pockets.
I would be thrilled, but I think he's gonna take a year off.
Yeah, it makes sense. If
not, it would surprise me. Because I was surprised at how quick Harbaugh signed with the Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Yeah.
I really didn't expect that.
Although how we talk sports here. We talk for real. So I'm gonna say it like this. They're starting that narrative of, that's a great point, Lisa. Great point. Great point. They're starting that narrative of Harbaugh is going to go in, the no nonsense disciplinarian. It's like them days are kind of over, you know.
Yeah,
Those
it's
type of coaches are,
gentle coaching you have
yeah,
to do now.
but it's that, I don't know. It just kind of makes me feel like he's got some lock on discipline and law and order and going in, and it's just, I don't know. I think he's been very lucky with Lamar Jackson to get Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is the face of that team, and they go nowhere without him.
Yeah, and he came in, when he came in, he didn't draft Ray Lewis, right?
No, Ray Lewis had already been drafted. No,
Yeah,
that was Ozzie Newsome. Because remember, Ozzie Newsome built
that's
that
right.
Super Bowl team.
He sure did.
Yeah, he built that Super Bowl team. But yeah, it remains to be seen what's going to happen in New York. And I do think that if Tomlin had put it out there that he wanted to coach, that would take away some of Harbaugh's leverage that he has over these teams. But it is what it is. We will see what's going to happen in New York because I don't think it's signed yet. I don't know unless it's been reported in the last couple of hours. They were still working on the deal.
Yeah,
So
as far as I knew, they were still working.
So yeah, a lot of coaching shakeups in the NFL. So shout out to my Niners. Hopefully, they get it done this week. And we go well, depending on who wins. If the Rams win, we'll be at home. And if the Bears win, I think we go to I think the Niners have to play the Rams on the road. I think we were 6th, they were 5th. I think so. Either way, we gotta play them somewhere if we win. We just gotta win.
Right.
I want to talk about Layla Edwards. We talked about Layla Edwards a little bit. That's the young lady. Let me bring her up. If you don't know, we are on the verge of history with the Winter Olympics, and we have Layla Edwards, who is the first female African American player on the United States hockey team.
The women's
Never happened
team.
before. Women's team, right? The first women's hockey player first African American women's hockey player for the U.S. Olympic team. She made the Olympic team, and she's killing it. She's doing her thing, and the reason I really want to talk about her, Felicia, is because I don't want our folks to do what we normally do and say she's representing the entire race. We got to get out of that.
Yeah.
We got to get out of that and just let her go play. She's going to have enough pressure as it is.
Yes.
We got to get out of that. She's carrying the torch for all of it. Well, she's a hockey player. She's the first, and the goal is to get to the second and the third and the fourth. But I think historically as a people we do that. We put so much pressure on someone to uphold, which back in the day, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But today, let's just let her play hockey. Let her be who she is.
I don't think it may not be as bad as previous years for her because we've got a pretty handy number of Black players in the NHL now.
Yeah.
For the men's team.
That is true.
You don't even discuss it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not even discussed. If I see one, I go, Sean's got a brother on the team. Okay.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Maybe she, his generation is so different. They're not so caught up in color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like our parents come from the civil rights movement. So we have that in us to more so. But this new generation, she's only 21 years old.
Yeah. I think she went to the University of Wisconsin. So she was balling there, and
started ice skating first, and then fell in love with hockey. Yeah,
exactly. So shout out to Layla Edwards. We will be watching, and go do your thing, lady. Go do your thing. And quick history fact, because you know how we do it here on Sports in the Bay. We all know that ice hockey was literally invented by Black slaves who ran away to Nova Scotia. There's a book.
Correct.
There's a book, and I'm going to show it because we got to show it. There is a book titled Black Ice. I encourage everybody, although it's hard to get in second print now, but there is a book called Black Ice: The Lost History of the Colored Hockey League, and these brothers went away to Nova Scotia and was playing and invented hockey,
Amazing.
ice hockey. So, yeah, yes, that is correct. As we approach February, so know your history. Yes, right. Black folks invented hockey in Nova Scotia. So it is what
There's
it is.
your early Black History Month moment.
Exactly.
'Cause
Exactly.
we will be talking about it again.
Yeah. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, it is an excellent book. Excellent book. So our other guest, I don't see him as yet, so we will continue on. We talked about the Warriors, Niners. There was so much stuff we wanted to go through. We talked about Kaminga. What else is on our
Well,
list?
back to if Lisa can chime in on this, it back about Lynn Jones, who made the comment to the
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville
Mm-hmm.
coach. There was also like a forum that Jamel Hill, because Jamel Hill was kind of, she was kind of negative about it initially, and they apologized. They apologized to her. She got on a Zoom with some other people, and they apologized to her, and she clarified, how, but you're brought up a certain way, how you learn in school, the proper journalistic way, and this and that. And like I mentioned earlier, when it's a community newspaper, it's a little more lax. It's not as strenuous as a stringer would be, or a beat writer type of thing. So I found that interesting. I didn't get to watch much of it, but Lisa had told me about it. I don't know if she's probably still on.
Yeah, Lisa, if you want to pop
But
back on, come on back if you're available. But yeah, it is a dude. I think those norms, and like I say, you see it every day because you're in it. I
yeah,
think the norms are changing because the players are so much more accessible, and I think they're
yeah.
more. I think they're more human now.
I see
Players and
them
coaches.
react.
Yeah.
Like I'll say, like a kid will come in from China, and you can tell that they're really excited to be talking to Steph, and Steph will give them more information. I'll see a difference in Steph. They'll be like, "Oh, you noticed that, huh? Thank you for noticing that." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then
Let me.
everyone else is kind of ready to jump on the poor kid, but it's something. It's not redundant. It's always just so redundant. So it's nice to hear something different. There was a point in one time where I was going. Well, I still try to go a different route. But Steve Kerr said, Can she always ask me questions? Because I like answering her questions. You guys need to follow her lead, kind of. So they like, it's
Yeah.
refreshing for them.
Yeah. Did you hear Felicia's question, Lisa?
I did. I did. So it was I saw Ben from memory because I don't want to go into YouTube,
Yeah,
but it's I do know that Lynn Jones Turpin was in there. Ben Chavis, who was up in the leadership of NAACP. If you Google Benjamin Chavis, I saw his face. I'm like, oh. So it was like five people, and then
yep,
she literally went and said, I made a grave mistake because her tweet was, what happened was Adam Schefter tweeted, "This is an awesome post game exchange between a reporter and Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen." Jamel's response was, "That can't be a reporter because if so, I would not have used the term awesome."
sure did.
And
Oof.
like the great Eagles corner Herm Edwards says, "Don't press in." There's sometimes where you see something, sometimes you just see it and you just gotta keep it moving. You don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to Like my grandma used to say, you don't have to have an answer to everything.
Oof.
So, you know, I would have just kept my nose down, minded my business, because there ain't nothing worse than your community calling you out, and then you got to sit there on YouTube in front of in front of a panel of people and try to explain yourself and then apologize. Because if you watch that YouTube video, mm, man,
Yeah, I'm
my
gonna go
grandma
back.
used to, your kid is like, would you rather be swatted or talked to for an hour and a half? That's what it
Oof.
felt like.
The SWAT.
Hmm.
It's
What
quick, it's done, and I can go back and go on my bike now. So that's cool. So yeah,
what
that's
space do you think Jamel is in now, given everything she's gone through with ESPN, and now she's has her podcast, and she's you know where is she now in terms of, if you guys, from your perspective, in terms of her impact on the sports world? What do you think?
well. So she's, for me, uh, she's still in the lexicon. She is an icon. Being the first black woman to host the six, if you will, on
Yeah.
that coveted six Eastern time spot on ESPN. She
And
has a,
co-host.
yeah, his and hers.
Hmm.
She has done a lot of stuff. Wrote for the Detroit Free Press. She has made a name. So right now she's at the point now. I mean, she has her own production company. She's doing a lot of production, producing a lot of things. She has some documentaries in the works right now that she's working on. So I think she has gotten to the point where it's like, I can make a guest appearance and still be cool.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm,
Where
that's a
Hmm.
she's
good
at right
take.
now. So I think she can come in. Writes for the Atlantic. She's a consultant on for Meadowlark Media, Dan Lebatard's company.
Oh,
So she's doing a lot of stuff. She's dipping in a lot of stuff right now. And she said,
okay.
and sometimes it's a little harder because, given the climate we're in right now, funding for certain projects aren't going the way that you would think, as well as also speaking engagement opportunities.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
there are certain things, but she has paid her dues for
Yeah.
saying things that standing on the hill she believes in. Even like with Stuart Scott, seeing Stuart Scott documentary. If you haven't watched it, excellent documentary. Him trying to be his natural self. When they hired him, they wanted
Ooh,
him to be his natural self. He's his natural self, and then they're like, "Oh well, you might want to scale that back because
yeah.
you're a little
To hip
too
hop.
hip hop."
Yeah. He was so far ahead of his time.
Oh,
So far.
absolutely.
He
I
was
mean, I
so
watch
far.
people now on different media outlets doing the same thing. It's like, nah, that's Stu.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
amazing how they use the slang now. At the game last night, they had this thing where they said, guess the drip. And Dave and I looked at each other and was like, and he was in my head and he was made a comment and I was like, yeah, they don't,
Yep,
these
they don't
people in here
know.
don't know what drip is.
Also, you see somebody try to dab, or they do what
Oh,
is the other thing? Or say it's lit. It's like, it's 2026. That came out so long ago. Please
yeah,
stop.
it's
Well,
far
hip
behind.
hop terms from 5, 6, 7 years ago is going to be what you're going to see on commercials today.
Yes,
And have
yes,
and
That's
have.
yeah.
that's all
That's
it
about
is.
how long it takes, because we moved on. People saying cap now and all that kind of stuff, and
Yeah,
that's now for us,
yeah,
capping was going way back. That was something totally different. Capping was, you
yeah.
was capping on
Kappa was
somebody.
different. That's right. That was
You was
playing a
Kappa was.
dozen, playing the dozens.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
Even
yeah.
lit, when I heard kids say lit back, like 10 years ago, when I hear lit, I'm thinking
Jesus,
about somebody being drunk.
hot.
Drunk.
So
Yeah,
Yep.
they're
somebody
like,
Yep.
oh,
being
it's
hot.
lit.
Yep.
I'm turning around like, what did you just say? This little third grade, like, what did you just say? Yeah, it's lit. I'm like, so, uh, but
Exactly.
yeah, going back to your question. Yeah, I think that, Jamel has earned her stripes, but like I said, sometimes you just can't press send. You don't have to have an answer for everything. Sometimes
Right.
just let other people talk, and you know.
Yeah,
So shout out to Lynn Jones Turpin. Keep doing what you're
most
doing,
definitely.
Absolutely.
because you may have changed the trajectory on that young
She,
coach's life.
what?
Mm. Hmm.
She said everything I wanted to say
I'm
to a
sorry.
player. She really, truly did.
She really did. I mean, and it's interesting hearing about Liam. Like when he first got hired, they were like, because he had the wrong accent mark on Duval, they were just making fun of him.
We can
He's up
ask
for coach of the
Shamika
year
that.
right now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I did holler when he said Duval.
Duval.
Yeah,
So,
Duval. Oh, I fell out.
and it's
I
supposed to be
fell out.
Duval. So,
I
like,
was
oops.
like, you little cornball, you.
And look, and even Nick Sirianni, well, look at his press conference. He made it to 2 Super Bowls and won one. So,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you may not you're in front of all these people with a light shining in your face, and you can't see these people. How are you going to react? So, a lot of people are
Yeah,
quick to say something.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Lots of opinions.
I'm pulling up the song, so give me a second here, because since I have you on here, Lisa, I want you to react. I want you to react in real time to the song I'm going to play.
Oh, I was
So
dancing last week. I was making my peanut butter sandwich on toast, and I was going.
yeah, yeah, I got another hot one tonight, and it's something that Felicia said last week, which is why I want to play this song if a brother can find it, which I can. Give me a second. When you have so much music, you got to really sift through all of this stuff.
Oh no, I understand your
You
dilemma, brother.
understand. you know. Um, there it is. Okay, let me bring it open. Bring it up. Okay, it's up processing now. So, Felicia, last week, I was telling you I really want to go after and start really playing some of this underground hip hop. I mean, Prince music that I have, and you said, yeah, we want to hear some of that, but I also want to hear some Michael Jackson. So I'm being me.
See
Most
my
people don't
smile?
know Prince was a huge fan of Michael Jackson. Huge fan of
Uh-huh.
Michael Jackson. And if you ever saw him live, he often covered Michael Jackson songs. So what I'm gonna play for you tonight is a Prince cover of a Michael Jackson song from 2013 at the Montreux Jazz Festival. Ready? Here we go.
Whoa.
We'll see what you know about love. 'Cause I know you know something about cool. Hit me.
Oh, to the word.
Popularized by the time. How many of you know the time? What time is it? It's time to put a record on.
Bad boy.
Turn 'em up high. Sky high. Come on. House sound up. Let's go.
Always a party at Prince song. They tried to say it was a rivalry. We love it.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Keep on. Hey. Keep on. Hey. Wait a minute. What time is it? I got a penthouse in Manhattan.
Yeah, that
Two
boy was
more in
something else.
Malibu, yo. I got a 87 Cadillac Seville. I got a baby,
So,
baby blue Bentley too. With
that was
diamonds on
Prince,
my fingers,
New Power Generation.
showing. Got a couple of more.
Montreux Jazz Festival 2013. And
He would do that out the country.
Yeah, but
Man,
you
I've
know,
been
when
going
he went to
nuts.
the Montreux Jazz Festival, what he would do, he would play 3 separate nights, and each night would be a different iteration of the band. So the first night it would be
Ugh.
with like Third Eye Girl, it'd be rock intensive, heavy rock and roll, Let's Go Crazy. It would be hours he'd do that. The next night would be his big band because most people don't know he had like a 13-piece horn section that was just out of this world, and he would play a lot of that kind of music. And then the third night he would do the R&B, the hits, this and that. So you know, I just love listening to his music. But when you mentioned Michael Jackson last week, I said, okay, I got something for you. So yeah,
Ooh, ooh.
Prince playing Michael Jackson.
With the cool beat in the back.
Yep,
So
That
I'm
is
checking out the Prince set list from Montreux, July 14th, 2013.
2013. That's right. That's
I'll make
right.
it quick because I know you're about to close it down. But Act of God, What Have You Done For Me Lately, North Side, Theme for Which Way Is Up, Dancing Machine, Party Man, It's All Right, Take Me With You, Raspberry Beret, Cool, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. The encore was Let's Work, You Got
oh
to Look, Shade of Umber, Days of Wild, Big Fun, Ain't Nobody, Don't Stop the Music, and Family Affair. Encore number 2,
Number
Nothing
2.
Compares to You, and
Right.
Mutiny.
Yep.
Encore 3,
whew.
Something in the Water Does Not Compute. Encore
Oh,
4,
I'm
Big
done.
City, Superconductor, 1999, Musicology, Tighten Up,
It's one
Mama
night.
Feel Good, and Party Up. That
One
was an
night.
8:15 show. You know that was going for a while.
I actually had a 3 DVD set, just so you
I
know.
was gonna
Uh,
say, he's gonna say,
I have the DVD set. I got the music side of it too, but I also have the 3 DVD set.
Oh my
Uh,
word.
that was just one night. That was one night. So
Y'all would have had to lift me up off the floor.
it was a
You
it
hear
was a
me?
party. It was a party. So shout out to Prince, and we miss him. It's coming up on the 10th anniversary this year.
I
So
know.
10th anniversary. Um,
Yeah, I want a party like that with the musician again. There's
yeah,
nobody I could. Usher probably on a lower scale. Stevie is probably the only one that could get me up like that. That's
yeah. 'Cause I'm
still with
thinking,
us.
who could, from a live show perspective, at least I know you love live music.
Mm-hmm. The last
Yeah,
time
who?
I danced like that was Grace Jones last June in Napa.
Mm,
Oh, right, right. Ooh,
in Napa?
Napa. She
Said
was
in
at
yeah,
the
Napa?
Blue
Yeah.
Note.
she came to the Blue Note. Yeah,
Oh my God. I mean, I can't even tell you. And I got close up, I got to the front and I just took pictures of her and she was just
Queen
doing her thing and like had her
in
leg
her
on an even
70s.
bar, rocking and singing. She went up all these flights of stairs and was dancing. She did the
Ah,
hula hoop to slave to the rhythm, and I'm like going, I need to make
oh,
make better life decisions because
Oh yeah.
I do a hula hoop, I'm gonna be passed out. And
I'm gonna be doing it, trying to keep it up.
yeah, and she's 79 years old with a
Mm,
hula hoop.
mm. And for me, she was the one before Carl Lewis brought back, this haircut.
Yeah,
I can,
Yep,
no, real
yes,
talk, real
yes.
talk.
real
In the
talk,
80s,
real talk.
she was on that album cover, and I was like,
It's
everybody
ahead
was
of
like,
her
oh,
time.
she brought
Yep.
that cut back. So yeah,
Whew.
nightclubbing, some of the
Nightclub in there, yes,
that's the
yes.
jam.
Oh
That
my
is
I haven't
gosh.
heard that
jam.
one,
Yeah,
or
Nightclub,
maybe
that
I
album is
haven't. Didn't know.
amazing.
it's fantastic. I got it down there. It's fantastic. It's
If you ever
fantastic.
Nightclubbing
want
is
to
the
go watch,
album.
yeah, Nightclub is an
Okay,
album. Watch
okay.
watch out her, was it Bloodline and Bomby, her
Mm,
documentary on Amazon Prime.
mm,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. She's
yeah.
amazing.
Cultural icon. It's we throw the word icon around, but she truly, truly,
Yeah.
Yeah,
truly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I
and
saw she was coming. When I
let's
saw
not
she
sleep
was
on
coming,
Stranger.
oh my God, you're right. That's Strange. It's like,
That,
and even
yes, it
what was
is.
her name? I can't remember her name. She was in A View to a Kill,
Yes,
James
that's
Bond,
right.
and she wore
That's
him
Sure
out. He
right.
was.
walked. He staggered out of the room. James
That's
Bond did,
Yes, she
right.
and then
was.
Forgot
finally
about that.
Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to Grace Jones.
my
So
girl. She
Yes.
gon' she gonna put down some bylines. She gonna
Y-
know what's going
Yeah.
on.
I mean, she was the one that got Dolph Lundgren into show business. That was her.
That was her
That
boy
was her
toy, right?
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Boy toy. That's a good way to put it.
She talked him out and told him to drop out of school. He was a mechanical engineer major, and she was like, you could do this.
Wow.
Mechanical engineer major. I never knew that.
As they say,
Yep.
the power of the poom poom.
Yeah.
Put it on him. Put it on
Put a
him.
pow, put a pow.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to Grace Jones.
Yes,
If I
Definitely.
can, Felicia, I do want to promote our upcoming screening, if I can.
Absolutely.
So if you are looking for something fun, a family event on February 1st, come to Sassoon City. We're going to be having a free screening of Lines Broken, the story of Marion Motley. Everybody knows Jackie Robinson. Very few people know Marion Motley. So it's a great event. PBS Western Reserve, shout out to them for allowing us to do the screening and letting us screen this remarkable documentary. We're going to have a Q&A with the filmmakers, James Waters and writer David Lee Morgan Jr. So again, free family event kicking off Super Bowl week. Wear the gear of your favorite NFL team because we want to represent the NFL. It's a Black History event, and you can register, use the QR code. You can go to my Facebook page, just go to Eddrick Jerome. You can sign up and come out and check it out. We're trying to bring sports and history and letting people see this powerful documentary. So again, February 1st, the week between the championship game and the Super Bowl. So you're not gonna miss the Super Bowl. And be at 2:00 at the Kroc Center. Shout out to the Kroc Center as well. Also our partners, Leaders of Men Incorporated. What's up, Anthony? Thank you, sir. Princess Washington, thank you. And KVIE for allowing us, and PBS Western Reserve. All brought to you by The Eddrick Show. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. And let's see. We got a couple more comments. We got a comment about Grace Jones. That's right, Bo. She had many tools. She sure did. Mary Motley was a man among boys. When you see this documentary and you see this brother running through all them people.
He looked like old boy and old boy with the Ravens.
Man, it was something else. He was something else. So that's right, Chrissy. That's right, Jack Michael Jackson. So Felicia, are you gonna be with the Warriors again anytime? When's the next game?
Next game is tomorrow, but I won't be there. I will be supporting my sister who was hospitalized with a cold. So we're gonna go love on her and support them, meaning my brother-in-law and my niece. And there's back-to-back games Monday and Tuesday. Don't ask me who they playing. I have to look that up. But I will be there Monday.
Okay. And by then we might have some Kaminga news. So we on Kaminga. Everybody's on Kaminga.
Oh my gosh, on the Kaminga watch.
Nothing broke since we've been on, huh?
Nothing. So they got Miami Heat Monday, and then Tuesday the Raptors, who two teams they lost to, I believe.
Yes, they lost on a last second shot to the Raptors, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see the new look Warriors, maybe.
Ooh, yeah,
we'll see.
Somebody good.
Yeah, let's hope they Dunleavy, you on the clock, man.
Ooh, I can imagine who they're gonna trade away.
You on the clock, my man.
Yeah, he got some sleepless nights.
Because they have to trade him, right? I know we're getting ready to go, but they have to trade him, right?
They have to.
Yeah.
I mean, they talked about trading him in the all season, and they signed him for 2 years. And then I just don't understand what happened. Like, what caused this negativity, this black cloud over this? We can't figure it out. I'm asking people who travel with the team, and they don't know. They don't know.
It's going to come out eventually. It'll come out.
Well, we thought it would come out eventually. Who leaks a tape on Draymond socking old boy in the face, and it never came out.
That's true. That's true.
They can kind of keep tight-lipped over there at the Warriors, so we'll see.
Once he's traded, his first interview is going to be bananas.
Oh my word! Please sit down with Shannon Sharpe and tell it all.
Tell it all.
Please
tell it all. Yeah, and then he
Please.
did this, and then he talked about my, I don't know, I'm
Right.
exaggerating, but yeah, it's going to
Someone
be
from a
interesting.
very respectable publication said to me, she said, I just want to hug him. I feel sorry for the kid. He's from another country. And, it's just when I see, and she even said, when I see him, I tell him you're doing a good job. See what I'm saying? So, like, she didn't have a problem. She didn't have a problem either with what Lynn Jones said. So you
Hmm.
just, if you have any empathy in your heart, it's always used to say a lot of the writers are bitter former athletes or wannabe athletes that weren't good enough to make the team. And so they they chose to get into media so they
Hmm.
could lambash other people because they didn't have their talent.
Yep. Yeah. So we will catch you guys next week ish, and hopefully we'll have news on the Kaminga situation. Hopefully the
Okay.
Niners will do their thing. A lot going on in the world of sports. Felicia, as always, love talking sports with you. Thank you,
Thank
thank you, thank you,
you. Thank
thank you.
you. And thank you,
Lisa,
Lisa.
absolutely, absolutely fresh perspective. Thank you.
Honorary.
That's right. Anytime,
We
anytime.
go
Come
back
on back.
like hairlines, baby.
And we got to talk music. Let's get together offline and talk music because
Let's do it.
very few people would have searched the set list from Montreux. So I know you a real one.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw like that.
telling
I gotta
you, that's
know.
what I'm like,
I
y'all
was like, I
need
gotta
to.
know. I gotta know.
You a real one. You're a real one. You're
She really
absolutely
is. Leo.
Leo
Leo,
too. Oh, Leo's in the
San
house.
Francisco State, go Gators! You know what it is, Shablo.
You
Shablo
know they
Yeah,
only
Daddy,
yeah,
you know what
graduate.
yeah.
it is.
You know the Gators only graduate the coolest people like
That's
us.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
So we all Leos and we all San
San
Francisco State, huh?
Francisco
That's
State.
right.
See,
That's right. Gator Pride. Becca Pride, baby.
world ain't
Yeah.
us. They
Yay.
ain't, they ain't ready for us. They ain't ready for
That's
us.
right. They don't know. They don't know.
All right.
That's so funny. We all have on sweatshirts with the name
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
San
Because we're
represent.
old
Francisco
and cold.
49ers
That's
Sac
why.
City.
Yeah,
Because we own
yeah. Hey, you know what? I know we out here, but I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I turned that PG&E down a little bit because PG&E got in the pocket last month. So
Oh,
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
can talk to you offline about that, Bill. Woo. Yeah, that
it was
wasn't
a rough
good.
one. It was a rough
Yeah.
one.
That was
So
old
rough.
and cold.
yeah, yeah,
Time to have some wish sandwiches tonight.
for real. Go burn the fireplace or something. So
For real.
yep, old school. All right, we out of here. Sports in the Bay. Felicia, we'll be back next
All right.
week-ish. Like and subscribe. Go to all of our YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Like our page, sign up, and you'll see when we come
Yes.
on every week. So we'll see you next week-ish. Sports in the Bay. We're out. Peace.
Peace.